Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Hope I don't come across as yelling, but I'm going to talk kind of loud because the wind is really kicking ass, and I don't know how much it's going to affect my microphone since I'm outside. So hopefully it doesn't override me. So I'm going to talk a little louder. Sorry. Hold your ears, turn the volume down. You've done this before, you know how this works. I'd just like to remind people, it's not exact science. Everything may not make sense at this time, but just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So, we're gonna talk to Scott. Make sure I got the right name, sorry. We're gonna talk to Scott today. See, you can see the flags, even my chimes. My chimes hardly ever ring because they're so big and heavy. That wind is kicking ass. It's really got my flags going up there. I'm going to talk a little louder. Thank goodness there aren't any neighbors real close by because they're going to wonder why the hell I'm talking to myself. So anyway, we're going to talk to Scott. Okay, anything that happens to me during my reading, especially when it catches my attention, and there's a little, what the hell was that? It looked like it's probably a little puff of some kind of weed, but it was just floating along. I'm not going to say like a dandelion head, you know, when they get white, but it looks something similar to that, and I'm sure it's not because there, as far as I know, there aren't any out. It's the wrong time of year. But anyway, it looks very similar to that. So no, and it floated along, and then it stopped. It was still kicking ass, and then it took off a little bit again, and then it kind of rolled around back the other way against the wind. So it clearly was getting my attention. So watch for some weird little white puff of something to show up once in a while. And you could just be driving down the road and it might just cross your windshield. Who knows? So that'll be a sign from him. And you said that you were getting his signs. I love it, love it, love it when I hear people say that they're seeing the signs and they understand that that's from their loved one. Because they want to let you know they're okay. And that's one of the easiest ways for them to do it. He says, I love you. I don't know if he's trying to say pumpkin, bumpkin. It's like he's trying to call you a nickname. Now, we stink at names for whatever reason, and I just make it worse every time I say that. But nicknames count. So you might have to stretch that outside the box. I'm trying to hang onto my computer so the wind doesn't blow it over. Don't need to pay another $1,200 for a computer. So, anyway, some kind of nickname. We'll just leave it at that. That's one of those you're going to stretch. Did he like to fish? He's turning my eyes to the lake because the lake's all around me here. I'm kind of on a little, kind of like the end of an island here. Tomorrow I'm going across the lake on another island. I don't know why we have to move. Everybody wants to go. Anyway, so he's shown me there's nobody out here right now. The water's pretty rough because the wind's been kicking ass all day. But he's shown me a guy in a little, I'd call it a John boat with a fishing pole. So maybe he used to have a little boat like that. I could go fishing. He said he can do anything he wants to now. He says there's a little short shit. And he goes like this. How high? Do it again. How high? Oh, little short shit, but he's moving his hand up. So, of course, the little short shit is growing up. So I can't. He's not specifying how tall or how old the little short shit is now. But it's obviously a boy, I would say. That he's acknowledging. Just, he's making me, he's showing me somebody that walks kind of like this. Da-dum, 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 you know, just kind of boom, da-dum. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it sitting here on my ass on this bench. So, and he thought, there goes another one, little white puff. What the hell is that? Well, if it wasn't going so fast, I'd go catch it and show it to you. Wait a minute, maybe I can. Oh, I'm afraid my computer will blow over. I'm scared too. Alright guys, bring one behind me. We'll see if that works. We'll ask. They're going a few feet in front of me. Alright, show it to you so you know what to look for. I don't know where it's coming from because these trees shouldn't produce that. Anyway, he's following this kid. He's like right behind him, walking the same way. Following him. And the boy must feel him back there, or knows he's back there, because it's like he turns around every so often like, are you still there? Are you really still there? And if it annoys the boy, he can always tell him, don't follow me so close, or don't follow me all the time, or, you know, whatever they need to do, whatever they want. You can always tell them. They don't 100% comply, but usually they do. What are you scared of? He says, what are you scared of? Oh, we were going to pull a card. Anyway, we didn't. He says, what are you scared of? What are you scared of? What are you scared of that you're not good enough for? There's something you want to do. There's something out there. It could be. There goes another little white puff. What the hell? I don't have like any. It's not like a cottonwood thing. Anyway. Oh crap! Here comes the people who run the campground. She's gonna want to stop and talk. Is it a job promotion? Is it a different job? Is it something that you're just kind of staying there and you don't think you're good enough to move up? He says, get off your ass and do it. Don't ever be afraid to move up. He says, once you move up, sometimes you might have to move sideways, but you will not go back down. You will stay up there. You might go over here, or you might go over here, and you'll stay there until you move up more. If that makes sense. And I've never heard it put that way, but that's pretty cool. You'll never go backwards. Okay, he mentions the name Harold, but they use the name Harold and George an awful lot, so it's at least a male with an HA name that he's acknowledging. His sister or sister-in-law is with him up there. Or, no, that's what he said. He says, your brother is really turning into a man. And he's very proud of him. And he does one of these, you know, like, I did that. Those are my genes. I'm proud of him. Those are mine. Activity over there. I haven't been outside too much today. She'll be here in a minute. Okay, now he's talking about turtles. And somebody's slower than a turtle. So I don't know if he's actually talking about real turtles or if he's just calling somebody, well, my girlfriend's nickname is Slow Turtle. he's just talking about somebody being a slow turtle, or if he's talking about real turtles. He just keeps saying turtles, turtles, turtles. Maybe you just saw turtles. Maybe you have a pet turtle. Maybe when you went fishing, he always caught turtles. Didn't want to. He just keeps repeating turtles, turtles, turtles. So watch for turtles to be assigned to. And you can see turtles. Well, you know how to watch. You know about signs. You can see them in the magazine, on a movie, or, whatever the heck. Now he's talking about the Riviera. That's what it sounded like. He said Riviera. Have you ever been to the Riviera? Have you been wanting? I don't even know where the Riviera is. I barely get an hour away from home, go to a lake. I don't go anywhere. And when I'm here, I'm just here forever. Riviera. He's not explaining why. Sometimes I just throw words out. Hopefully you understand what he means. He says you're always worried about kindness, which is awesome. I think it's awesome. You're always worried about kindness. Kindness for others. Kindness for animals. Kindness for people like that are working in stores. I don't know if you work in a store. It's like you go to a store and you're very kind to the people that are working. He says, what about you? What about you? Shouldn't you be first? Shouldn't you be kindest to yourself? Don't forget to put you first. And I always tell people when I first started doing this work, and they drilled that into me, it was one of the hardest things I had to learn, because us women don't put ourselves first. We do everybody else first, and then we're tired, we're depleted. We can't do anybody any good once we get that way. I mean, we just get grouchy. We get bitchy. He says, don't forget to put you first. It sounds so selfish, or it did to me, and it took me quite a bit to figure out what they meant. The more I put me first, the more I have to give others. The more you give others and you don't put you first, the less you have to give, if that makes sense. That's what he's trying to say. You're just as sweet as a bug on a rug. He says, and then you get grouchy and everybody runs and hides. Don't we all? Oh, I don't know how old you are. I have no clue. I don't look at anybody's Facebook. He's reminding me what my dad always said. I'd get a little grumpy, go, is it your time of the month? And I would go, I'm just a kid. I'm so embarrassed. My dad's talking about my period. Oh my gosh, no. It must be your time of the month. You're all bitchy. I would just want to crawl under a chair. He's laughing his ass off right now. So maybe he used to say that to you too. He says he had more than one woman to worry about. And he's laughing. He's actually slapping his knee. He's slapping his knee and laughing. Oh, but I love you. He even loved you during those times, he says, and he's kind of giggling like I am. Oh, I love the fun readings. He says, don't be afraid to be happy. Don't be afraid to be happy. Don't be ashamed to be happy. Just be happy, no matter what's going on around you, because it's okay if you're happy. If they're all having a bad day, a bad time, something bad's happened in their life, that's not your fault. It's still okay for you to be happy. So don't forget to smell the roses and look at the sunshine. Oops, shit, I'm getting too quiet. Hope you can hear me. And Merry Christmas. Why he's saying Merry Christmas right now? What are we in, September? I don't know why he said Merry Christmas. Whether something happened last Christmas and you thought he was there, you thought you saw him, or something along that line, or you did something to acknowledge him, or he's talking about the Christmas coming. So with that, he's going to leave. And he's...
Your phone is ringing, and it's ringing in spectacular fashion. I just have to say, the greatest ring the world has ever seen.
I don't know anything that happens during a reading. It's for you.
ID. We call it caller ID.
I don't know if you can hear my ringtone. It's a spam risk.
It could be a credit card scam.
But it's Trump. He's my ringtone. I don't know if your dad would have liked him. I don't know. I'm not getting into politics. Anyway, but he was just walking away and he was brushing off his clothes like he was dusty, like you know, like getting the dirt off. Don't know, did you recently fall down or something? Or maybe you work in a place where you have a lot of work dirt on you. I don't know what he's trying to validate with that. And with that, he's leaving. Okay. Much love to you, my dear. Okay, I'm in the campground and I'm doing readings, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be home to upload them. I can't seem to upload them here. That one time I tried a hotspot, said it was going to take 3 hours to upload a reading, so I can't afford to do that. I don't know how much data that would take, but I can only get so much data for hotspotting. I'll have something figured out by next year. I'll get some kind of internet thing figured out. Anyway, so this, even though it's done today, which is, I don't know what the date is today. Today is, well, I'll have the date on there. It's Wednesday. That's all I know. I'm lucky to know that when I'm out here because I don't care. But it still might be a few days before I get home because I know we're moving tomorrow the next day. So anyway, much love to you. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Thank you for being patient with me. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.